So today we're going to talk about fundamentals. We're going to talk about technical analysis. We're going to talk about candlesticks and charting views and all that stuff. Trend lines, support, resistance. All this is what I call the standard trading facility, standard trading rules and regulations. Because you have two more schools. You have what we call the NNFX school, and you have the Darwin X. So this is the classic way of doing things. It's basically from the 70s when there was only stocks being traded. And in the 2000s when Forex came in, things changed and became different. Then we're going to talk about volume, volatility, technical analysis, and going to try and see if we have time to do some demo charting. Now, I will try to every half an hour to take a break to see if I can answer questions, if anybody has questions. Before I do anything, is there anyone here that has absolutely never done any trading, that has absolutely never been involved in any type of charts? If there is, please let me know about some of the fundamentals that run the crypto world. Rami had already discussed a little bit some things, and what I will be doing, some adding up some additional stuff. What are the fundamentals that affect the price of crypto? Basically, like any other instrument that we are trading, it's the supply and demand. The more there is supply, the more or demand, the prices will fluctuate. We're going to talk a little bit about the regulation. What regulation do to the prices? We're going to talk about some infrastructure news. We're going to talk about any hacker effects when a hack happens and basically they pick up a lot of coins. What happens there? Okay. Listing of coins. What happens when you list coins or you delist coins in exchanges, okay? And how do news of the media affect? Okay, so what is supply and demand? It's very simple. Like anything else, you supply what people want. The more you supply, the more there are items in the market. The demand will lessen because there is competition. A lot of people are offering it and demand is less. So when supply goes up, prices go down. When demand goes up, prices go up with it also. So the effect of the market on supply and demand is like anything in the market. Anything you want to trade, in this case, you're talking about crypto. In the Forex market, you're talking about funds. And in stocks, we're talking about stocks. And in the normal market, we're talking about any product that you have supply and demand affects the price. Crypto has a high volatility. Usually, unless there is something really, really crazy going on, usually the market fluctuates 10 to 15%. 10 to 15%, that's a lot of money. A lot of people manage to make a lot of money with this 10% plus or 10% minus, whether they go short or they go long, okay? Another thing that affects is regulation. Now, regulation, like what? Like China, like Rami says, for the 14th time, they banned crypto. So when crypto gets banned, or in another country, crypto becomes a currency next to their own currency, the prices will change. A negative regulation brings the price down. Positive regulation brings the price up. Things like, for example, XRP. When XRP was banned, what happened? People will basically, when there is a ban, people will be afraid, will be scared. They pull out of the market because of uncertainty. They're not sure what's going to happen. So they pull out of the market. What you do is you just let this craziness go down. And when things stabilize, the market has the tendency to rally. So unless something really bad has happened, like tomorrow the entire world says no more crypto, price goes down, never recovers. But if there's a rule somewhere and some country says, I'm banning crypto, it's fine, don't worry. The price will go down. People will start selling a little bit on top to buy back on a lower price. And when the price is down, the market, they call it market rallies. So they go in, they buy again to bring the prices back up. So it's not a big deal regulation, because we all know that this is such a big thing that the effect is there, but its effect is gonna always readjust itself. Now, infrastructure news. What affects the infrastructure news? For example, just an idea. If today in, I don't know, in the US or in the UK or anywhere in the world, suddenly you find yourselves there are crypto ATMs. You go, you put your card in and you buy crypto, all right? I haven't personally experienced that. I haven't personally seen those, but I know they exist. So everywhere where there are things that benefit the crypto market, what happens is it becomes easy to people to buy. Imagine tomorrow here in Lebanon, no more ATMs. What's going to happen? Prices are going to go crazy, right? The opposite, if we suddenly have crypto ATMs in the market, what's going to happen? People are going to be able very easily go buy cryptos, right? For Lebanon, cryptos are very good because once you have USDTs, you can send your USDT, so that's not a problem. You're not afraid about having any money banned from sending it abroad. You buy cryptos, you send cryptos, and over there, whoever receives them can exchange them. So that's a way of getting your funds out of the country. I don't know whether it's legal or illegal. Not for me to say. Okay. Rami is saying there are ATMs in Canada with a rate of 12% on transactions. You see? So it all depends on things that go in and help you. You have cryptos that are making contracts. Like Rami mentioned, contracts with the Ministry of Education in which country? Somewhere in Africa, Ethiopia, Eritrea, I'm not sure anymore. So when you have things like this, it legitimizes the currency, it legitimizes the crypto. And when it legitimizes it, what happens? Becomes easy, Ethiopia, thank you. It becomes easy for people to deal with it. It gives some sort of, as I say, ريحة بال. ما بعرف كيف بدي أقولها بالإنجليزي بس peace of mind. Gives them a peace of mind that this instrument is valuable. And if this instrument is valuable, automatically its value is going to go up. All right? After the infrastructure news, we have, okay, hacker attacks. This is one thing that is very bad for the crypto world. I don't know if you've heard, sometime in June, around June 24 in South Africa, two brothers stole approximately, what was it, $3.6 billion worth of crypto. And they disappeared. Okay, they had some sort of an exchange. I'm not sure what they had, but I know that they stole $3.6 billion worth of crypto. And there's nothing those who had their cryptos with these two brothers can do about it. Why? Because the South African government does not allow crypto. So this is the problem with crypto. Unless you are in a country that accepts it, and then you can go and talk to somebody in the government, police, FBI, CIA, MI6, MI5, any of those authorities, and tell them somebody stole my cryptos. Nobody's gonna lift a finger. So 3.6 billion, bye-bye. Nobody's gonna do anything about it. 3.6 billion, let them give us 1% of that. I think all of us will be very, very happy. So when you have a big hack attack, and then the Russians, we heard the Russians also had something like 260, 280, or 600 billion, 600 million, something like 600 million stolen, right? And when you lose this much money in crypto, what's going to happen? If I have crypto with an exchange, I'm going to pull it up and pull it on my own, and pull it on a hard key and keep it in my house, because I don't want it to be on the internet. I don't want people to be able to access and steal it. When that happens, prices automatically start going down. It's fine. When prices go down, they go back up, market rallies again. That's not an issue. Things have a way to sort themselves up. A lot of new money comes in, prices go back up. Listing on exchanges. Very simple. Rami already had mentioned this. When you have a new coin being listed on any exchange, regardless of which exchange, let's just say on Binance, I don't know, Shiba was not on Binance, but it was on another exchange. When it is going to be added to Binance, what's going to happen? People who are dealing with Binance are automatically going to try and buy, and they're going to get involved. And when you buy, automatically, when the demand for that instrument goes up, the price automatically starts going up. The same thing happens, but in reverse role, when XRP was banned, automatically the price goes down. Again, prices going down, it's not a big deal. If you're just patient and not panic, and if you have enough leverage to keep yourself in float, just keep it. Don't sell it. Keep them. The market will always rally. We've had so many examples on Bitcoin that crash, go down. Sleep on Bitcoins that you have, markets go back up. If you have the patience, always, again, unless something major, so major happens, markets always have a way to rally. News in media. Today, Rami posted 2 pieces of news. One of them was JP Morgan, okay, which was saying that Bitcoin is useless if it gets regulated. News like this, what happens to it? News like this affects the price. Whether we like it or not, it affects the price. How much is it going to affect it on the long run? We don't know. We don't have a crystal ball. Okay, if we had a crystal ball, everybody would have been a millionaire. So what you need to do is analyze the effect of this piece of news and then make a decision to go in or stay out. Or even if you have quantity of that crypto, let's say Bitcoins, you need to figure out whether I stay or I go out. Usually I am the type that doesn't buy and holds for a very, very long time because I'm a technical trader. I follow my indicators and I'm not the person that holds for a very, very long time. I do hold maybe a month or 2 or 3. My longest up till now was on gold. I held them for 4 months. Okay, so it's up to you to decide. However, you have to be very, very careful. When you are getting news, you need to make sure the source of that news is correct. You need to make sure that you're not listening to fake news. Okay, a lot of people throw in a lot of news that basically don't make any sense, right? If they don't make any sense and you follow them, you get hurt. So we recommend that you double check, triple check, and quadruple check from different sources, from reliable sources, what that piece of news is, in order for you to very simply make sure that it's a reliable news and you take action accordingly. All right. Anybody has any questions from everything that I spoke about till now? I still can't hear you guys. Let me see. Volume up. It is up. Sharbil says all good. Anyone else? I either am such a great person explaining things, or you guys are shy to ask questions. Thank you, Ala. You have no choice. You have to say that. You're one of my students. Okay. So we can continue. Well, things are rolling so well. I'm afraid we're going to finish very quickly. Let's talk about the technical analysis. Today, we're going to go through charting. We're going to talk how to analyze a chart. When we open a chart in front of us, be it on Binance, be it on any other exchange, we see graphs and charts and numbers. We need to understand what these mean and how we're going to interpret it and how we're going to go into the market. Now, this is both easy and very difficult. Easy because the principles are easy. Very difficult, again, because we don't have a crystal ball. We cannot really anticipate what's going to happen in the future. So we're going to talk about technical. What is the definition of a technical analysis? What are these things based on? What is technical charting based on? We have something called candlesticks. We have something called trend lines. We have support and resistance. We have some talk about market caps. And we're going to talk about supply and demand indicators, or indicators in general. Now, what does technical analysis means? Let me just remove this out of the way. Okay. Technical analysis helps us during live sessions to understand real world data, okay? To understand where the market is going and how it is playing, okay? So when we look at the chart and we see a price in general going up, we know that the price is following a certain upward trend. If we just look at the price, we don't know what's going on. If we look at Bitcoin today, I don't know what the price is today. It's 55. Where did it come from? 55,000. Where did it come from? Historically, a year ago, what was the price? 2 years ago, what was the price? Okay, now I'm an old guy. I started, I don't know whether it is an advantage or disadvantage when the price of Bitcoin was 0.00 something and you had to pay 200 Bitcoins to buy one pizza, for example. I never went into it. I was never interested. Unfortunately, I have to be interested because it is something that is there. It's not going anywhere. And if I'm a trader, I have to use crypto as a currency. I have to consider it as a currency. Yes, it's a virtual currency, but it's a currency. So I have to look at the prices. I have to look at the market, how the market is playing. Besides the fundamentals that are longer term, I have to look at the technical. Because if I'm going to do day trading, fundamentals are not going to help me. Day trading, I'm buying during that day, I'm selling during the same day. If I'm holding a little bit for a week or a month, I'm buying it and I'm selling it. So for me, there's no emotional attachment with crypto, none whatsoever. For me, it's an item, I buy, I sell, I make my profit. The same way I trade in Forex, the same way I will trade in crypto. Absolutely, I don't care about it. It's just money. Okay, so if we are trading short term, technical is what we need. If we're trading long term, then we need to have much better view of what's going on. Okay, next. What is it based on? I said a little bit. It's based on supply and demand. It's based on regulation. It's based on expectation. When people say XRP is going to go to the moon, it's an expectation that the price is going to go so high that we're making a lot of money. But it is an expectation. It's a crystal ball I'm looking into, and I'm thinking that this is going to go shoot up to the moon, right? What is it based on? It's based on a graph. if the price is going up and I say it's gonna go up more than the expectation, it's gonna go back up. It's the same thing for any instrument, okay? Like today, anybody that follows gold, today gold went $50 in half an hour, went up $50 in half an hour. Now, it doesn't happen every day, but it did today because of a piece of news. The same thing happens with crypto. We need to keep an eye. We're not careful. I'm not saying be a slave to the charts. You've seen in the internet 50 screens in front of them. Man, this is crazy, okay? Nobody puts in 50 screens. You need one single screen to trade. That's it. Okay, at home, I have 3, but I don't use them for trading. I use one for trading. The other one has my emails on it. The third one has news on it. I could do with one. So don't say, well, 50 screens, he's gonna make millions. What? Each screen is gonna give him money? No, it's one screen, okay? That's all you need. So you need to look at the prices in terms of predictions. Psychology plays a huge effect. The analysis that you do, look at the pricing, look at the news, look at all these things to estimate, or let's call it guesstimate, what the price is going to do. All right? Now, candlesticks. Candlesticks, for those who have seen charts, are sticks. Let me show it to you. They basically show you, okay, whether it's white or green or blue, it doesn't matter. I personally use colored. I personally use bars. So that's a different story. If it's white, means it is bullish. What does bullish and bearish mean? Okay, for those who have never done. A bull has these, right? When it hits somebody, what it does, I look stupid, but ماشي الحال. It pulls them up, right? So with this action of the pull up, the price goes up. Means a bull will bring the prices up. Whereas the bear, when it comes in and attacks you, the bear will sit on you and pull you down. So a bear brings the price down, a bull brings the price up. And when you say the market, the bears are fighting the bulls, means the buyers that are the bulls, they want to bring the prices up, and the bears that are the sellers, they want to bring the price down. So when you have this conflict, the price fluctuates until what happens? The bulls win or the bears win. So if the bears win, the price go down. If there's too many bears, the price is going down. If there are too many bulls, the price is going up. So when you have a bullish candle, it opens from the bottom, it closes from the top. This wick, it's called a wick, like a candle, shama. The wick is what the maximum it reached during that time period. If we're looking at the daily chart, it says that the price for a bull candle, the maximum during that day, it reached this level. Okay, I hope the cursor is showing, right? And the minimum price that went down, it was here. And mostly the price opened from this side and closed here. All right? It's very simple. It opened, it closed, it reached the maximum high, it reached the maximum low. The same thing for the bearish candle, but in reverse. All right? So it opens on top and it went down. When the price goes down, the color becomes red because it's going down. When the price goes up, it becomes green or blue. Some people like to make it blue. Some people like to leave it white. It depends on what is the software that you're using to show you the pricing, okay? So it opens high, it closes low, means what? Price is going down, it opens low, it goes high, price is going up. Why do they call them Japanese candles? It's basically a Japanese person create those candles. And he was trying to understand, that's a very, very old, I don't have the date. I don't know exactly what the date was, but he was using it to figure out the supply and demand of rice. So because it is a nice way to show the fluctuation of the price, a lot of people use Japanese candles. Next. Okay. Here we have different types of Japanese candles. I have this blocking my way. Let me remove it. Okay. So these candles give us an indication of what the market is doing. We said bullish is what? A bull brings the price up. If we look at the first one on the left-hand side, we had a red candle, means the price closed lower than it opened. Then we have a second candle. I'm being very, very detailed for the people who did not really understand, who've never looked at candles, all right? Those who have looked at candles and they know what the candles are, it's fine. This is a review for you. So a bullish candle follows a bearish candle and fully does what? Engulfs it, which means it is so bigger that the bearish candle just disappears behind it. If we look at it, see how big it is? It's totally covering a red candle. والعكس صحيح. A bearish candle is engulfing, it's covering fully a small bullish candle. Now, Harami, I don't know where this name came from, but I like it. Harami it is like a bullish engulfing, but on the other side, okay? A harami means what? Usually means that we have a bullish market, which means the prices are going up, and it did a small adjustment, okay? A big candle followed by a small red candle means the price is still going to go up, but it did a minor adjustment, and it can continue to go up. A dark cloud, this is, by the way, these are a few of the many types of candles. If you go on Google and you say Japanese candles, you'll get sheets that are this big, all right? I did not want to give you every single type of Japanese candle. It's because it's not the business of this presentation. You can do that on your own and basically figure it out, right? Now, what does dark cloud cover means? It means that we had a bullish candle, but the price opened up higher and it was trying to go up, but what happened? It changed direction and it closed lower. Chances are what? Chances are it's going to continue and have a second red candle that's going to go even lower. All right. So if you have a big bullish candle and afterwards you have a bearish candle that's quite big, all right, what's going to happen is that chances are, because the price went up, and then closed back down, chances are that the candle that's after it is going to continue going down. By how much? Again, no crystal ball. Rising sun is the exact opposite. Rising sun, the prices were going down. We opened up a second candle after that. That candle has rallied. The bulls have rallied and they brought the price back up. If they brought the price back up, means only one thing, that the chances are the candle after that is going to be another green candle, so as it brings the price higher. All right. These are just examples. You have low high close, means the bottom was the same and it closed higher. High low close means the top was the same but it closed lower. Then you have a hammer because it looks like a hammer. You have a bullish hammer and a bearish hammer. A bullish hammer is basically showing you the price is going up, means the bulls won, so the price just carried itself up. Whereas the bearish candle means the bears won and the price has been pulled down. A doji is very simple, means neither one. It opened the price, it fluctuated, and then it closed exactly at that price. What do we do after a doji? We wait for the next candle. If the next candle is red, chances are prices are going to go down. If the next candle is green or blue, chances are the price is going to go up. Again, if you go on the net, you say Japanese candles, you will have many, many, many types of candles. And this is another example. Okay, these are bullish candles and bearish candles. What you do is basically you can print them and put them next to you. So when you see a form, you can always refer to those charts and say, okay, I have a bullish candle, or I have a bearish candle, sorry, a bullish pattern or a bearish pattern. A bullish pattern basically brings the price up. A bearish pattern basically brings the price down. So for example, if we look at the three soldiers, why they're called three soldiers? It's because 1, 2, 3, they are going up. The price is going up. All right. If we look at, for example, I don't know, hanging man. Hanging man, we have a hammer. Okay. And the hammer is followed by red candles. So it's going down. Again, when we talked about doji, I said we wait for the next candle because doji is, it opened and closed at the same price. Means neither one, nor the bulls nor the bears. If both of them have not won and the market is so stable, the next candle, somebody's going to win. You can't keep having dojis one after the other, right? So I wait for the next candle. If it's red, chances are it's going to continue down. If it's green, like these, chances are it's going to go up. Okay? So again, print them, put them next to you, and look at them, study them. The difficulty in understanding candles is recognizing the patterns. Okay? A lot of people don't know how to recognize the candles. I gave up on candles. But in the beginning, I had them next to me. I was following them religiously. And I still look at them every once in a while. Okay. Now, supply and demand. We have spoken about supply and demand. We said supply and demand is like any product. You offer too many of that product, price goes down. You hold back on that product, you artificially bring the price up. The same thing works here. Exactly the same thing works here. When, for example, let's look at the Lebanese market as an example. You have now the craziness of everybody wants to do what? Everybody wants to mine crypto because everybody thinks crypto is going to make them millions and they're mining mostly Ethereum. All right, he mined a lot of Ethereum. He's got them as Ethereum. He wants money. That money, that Ethereum is going to be sold on the open market. So if there are so many people holding Ethereums and they want to sell it, The commission that they usually charge you on that instrument, be it Ethereum, be it whatever instrument being mined, okay, it's going to go down. 2 months ago, it was zero. There was so much competition that people who were mining were ready to give it to you free, zero commission. You give him $500, he'll give you $500 worth. Why? Because there was so much on the market, so much product, very little buyers. Now, I don't know honestly what's going on with the local market. I don't know what is the percentage of the percentage that they charge you, but basically that is what happens. You have so much product, prices go down. You have little product, prices go up. Okay. One of the things that let us know in charting is something called resistance and support. What is resistance and support? It's very simple. The price is being supported by a line. These lines are mathematical lines, all right? This chart doesn't make too much sense, but okay, whatever. So when the price, if you look at this area, 1, 2, 3, 3 bars have come and hit this pivot level. And they were not able to do what? Break through and pass through it. So the price came, had a imaginary level, which supported it, tried for the next candle, or in this case, the next bar, came again, hit it, wasn't able to pierce it. Tried with the third level, again, wasn't able to pierce it. However, it went up. No problem, Habibi Sharbil. I will explain that on a personal, يعني نعمل session خصوصي مشان هيدي. هقول لك إياهم. These numbers are calculations based on previous candles, okay? They're averages. There's a formula, basically, that are averages based on previous candles, okay? So what happens is, whatever the price was before, the formula is just a formula. I have never even bothered to know what the formula is. I'm not a formula guy, all right? This formula will tell you that based on a historical prices, to support a price, you have levels, which is support 1, support 2, support 3, support 4, support 5. So 5 levels, this one gives me 5 levels. Sometimes it gives me only 3 levels. It depends on the indicator that I'm using. Again, based on history, based on mathematical calculations, it tells me that the price, if the price goes down, it will reach, it's like a steps, okay? So you have 5 steps where the price can go, hit an imaginary level and bounce back up. And if it crosses that imaginary level, it will have another support. It's supporting the price. It's preventing that price from going down, okay? I hope this is a bit clearer, right? So it goes down, it gets supported, level 1, خرقه, نزل على الثانية, it tried to support it, it wasn't able to. Why? Because the bears were so many and they wanted to bring the price down. So it came on down on the second one, it didn't hold, it jumped to the third one. In this case, the support was able to hold the price, right? It did not leave it. People, a lot of people, they look at these and they say, if the price goes and hits the R1, okay, what does the resistance do? The resistance is exactly the opposite of support. The support is carrying the price. The resistance is trying to keep the price down. Okay, it doesn't want the price to go up, so it's holding it down. It's يعني ماسكه من اجريه وعم بيشده النزول. All right, so إذا خرق الresistance, which means the price is gonna go up. Why? Because the bulls, remember the bulls? The bulls are very active. Everybody is buying. So the price is being forced to go up. And this mathematical level, okay, imaginary ceiling, if you want to call it, this imaginary ceiling has been penetrated and the price went up and then penetrated the R2, resistance 2 again was penetrated, resistance 3 was again penetrated, resistance 4 was penetrated, resistance 5 is penetrated, and the price just went up. Don't worry too much about it. Just think of two things. For you, بالنسبة لك شربل, and all these who have not traded before, that we have imaginary levels where it carries بتحضن السعر وما بتخليها تقشط. All right? It holds it back and does not allow it to drop down. And we have ceilings, imaginary ceilings, that try to keep the price from going up. Okay? Don't even think of trying to figure out what the formula is. Nobody cares. It's an indicator, you put it on, and it tells you exactly where your resistance and supports are. Why do people use it? As I said, when the price is here, people wait for it to cross one of the levels, right? It could be crossing an S1. So chances are, if it crosses either the support or the resistance, chances are either it's going to continue downwards or it's going to continue upwards. All right? So if there's too much demand, the price is going to go up. If there's very little demand and too many people are selling, the price is going to go down. All right? Now, again, anybody that doesn't understand this, we will set up for you. I want you to try to be as I want you to catch up as much as possible to everybody else. All right, now, next. Here we see something called Fibonacci. Again, Fibonacci is maybe a live example would help. I will go in once I talk about all this, Ziad. I will open up and try to do a live session. All right. Now, Fibonacci is the same thing. Fibo, what it does is it tells me what was the price, where the price was, and if there was a difference of price, let's say the price was, just to make it round, at $1. Then the price went down to 50 cents. From $1 to 50 cents, there is what? في نص دولار, right? What are the steps that this price or this instrument needs to take? What are the steps that this instrument needs to take so that it goes back from $0.50 to $1? Okay? It's again an imaginary number. Fibo, we call it Fibo for short. Fibonacci will give me, if the price has gone down, how much it's going to take to bring it back up, or X. If the price has gone up, what's it going to take to try and bring it back down? All right? Trend lines. Trend lines is basically, when we look at the price, we see a movement. It can go up, down, up, down, up, down. There is a movement. This movement works from within a certain pattern, either upwards within a channel, upwards within a triangle, upwards within a circle, but it follows a pattern. We have a pattern, for example, called head and shoulders, where we have a peak, then we have a bigger peak, and then we have a third peak. So we have two shoulders and one head. If the price is going like this, means we have head and shoulders. Or for example, here, I will talk about, I'll list the patterns, but here to draw very quickly. Look at this line. This line is going up from here to here. Carrying what? It's carrying the price from this point to this point. Yeah, to this point. So it is becoming what? It's becoming the support for everything else, for all these. It's supporting all these prices and it's bringing them up. So the pattern is upward. Okay? So what happened after that? When the price rallied and went down, خرق الresistance, the support قصدي, خرقها, and it dropped it and went down, it started going now into a channel. Why? Because the price now is playing within this margin, going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. So it is coming down here, it's being supported by a line, and it's not being able to go beyond it. And it is being resisted by another line that's keeping it from going up. Until what happens? We have another line that goes through that price, and now it creates another, this line. شوفوا هون ما كتير واضحة، بس هون في اختراق، دخلت وقطعتها، ما زال قطعتها، طلعت من الchannel. If it came out of the channel, now it created another channel. And if you look at the price, it is fluctuating within here. All right? So these channels can be drawn in order for us to see what are the expectations of where the price is going to go. All right? The expectations. Is it going to always work? Of course not. We have one example here that has gone through, and another example here that has gone through. But they are imaginary support and resistance that's creating a channel, either an upward channel, which is this one, it's an upward channel, or a downward channel, which is this one. Okay, so the price went down, then the bulls managed to bring the price outside that channel and moved it into a new channel going upwards. Okay, this is the price of Bitcoin. I think it was today. Yeah, this is today. So what did it reach? 54, 54.9, almost 55. Okay, now what are the patterns? These are some of the patterns. This we will send it to you. Again, you go on the net, you say Forex chart patterns, which is exactly the same thing. Huh? Don't be fooled by the word Forex. It works on every other currency. It works on every other stock. It works on every other crypto. It's exactly the same thing. So don't worry about it. So you can create a triangle where it goes beyond your triangle. Remember, I gave you the example of head and shoulders. So you have two shoulders, 1 and 5, and then you have the head. It's called head and shoulders because it looks like head and shoulders. You have downwards bearish, sorry. A bearish channel going down, which is this. Okay, and then you have what? It goes in and it continues up. خرقتها وطلعت, exactly like this area. We have two lines. It played inside it until it went through and it created an upward channel. All right, now I move this. Then you have horizontal channels, you have triangles, you have round shapes, you have a lot of channels. Basically, you just look at it and try. When you draw, basically it's easy. This is easy to draw. You have two triangles, حطوا خط تحتها. The tops are coming, one is high, the second is low. It intersects, it creates a channel, it creates a triangle. Now what's gonna happen? Chances are, if it goes through, it's gonna go through downwards, or it can go through and can go through upwards. So here, instead of continuing down, it can bounce from this one and continue and go up like it did here. All right. You need to, those who already do the charting, they're well familiar with this. Those who have not charted before, they just need to a little bit. No problem, Habibi, no problem. No problem. Don't worry. Don't worry. We will do private sessions for you, and I will show you each one separately. All right? Because there are people who know. يعني حتى ما نعمل لهم يعني ما نتعبهم زياده. كل واحد منه عارف هدول كيف بيشتغلوا، رح اشتغل انا معكم one on one، رح اعلمكم اياهم. No issues, don't worry. Okay. It should be on the drive. I don't know. Basically, Rami will check again. Now we have something called volume and volatility. Okay. Except for those who have not done any charting before. Are there any questions? Because those who have not charted, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. We will make sure they catch up to us. ما في مشكلة. بس الباقيين في حدا عنده شي سؤال؟ Does not seem so. ماشي الحال. I'll check. I don't know. بصراحة ما بعرف لأن رامي اللي عم بيعمل الأبلود. So in principle I saw it in the drive. أنا من شي نص ساعة تقريبا I did see it in the drive and it was in the drive. So I don't know why you're not being able to see it. All right. Now, what's volume and what is volatility? Some people say that it's the same. I say otherwise. Why? Volume is the number of contracts. To simplify it maximum, قد في دولارات. How much money there is in the market for that particular instrument. Okay? Volume can be up, negative or positive. يعني, if volume is up, it doesn't mean that the price is up. It could mean that the price is going down because a lot of people are selling, they're not buying. So volume doesn't really correlate to a price change, to a price going up. Volume can be both negative and positive. A lot of people sell, price goes down. So volume goes up, price goes down. Volume goes up, price goes up. Oh, sorry, volume goes up, price goes up. Okay? But volatility is what? Volatility is how much that price is changing. Okay? يعني consider it as a weight. وزن. ميزان. ميزان من ايام زمان كنا نحط الكيلو هون، نحط كيلو بندوره ونقول اوكي صار في عندنا كيلو بيعطينا اياها as a kilo. Volume is like that. When you have big amount of dollar amounts into the scale, small investors will not make a big impact on the price, right? Now they are adding on the dollar amount, definitely they are adding on the dollar amount. However, what's happening is that because there's so much money, no one is being able to really play too much with the price unless someone comes in and dumps in a bigger amount of dollar amounts okay, then it can fluctuate the price. So if we have a certain dollar amount now, but there was so many people are buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. There's so much action that the price is fluctuating, and the candle is becoming a big candle. The bigger the candle means the bigger volatility, not the bigger amount of, not the bigger volume, the bigger volatility. Usually they correlate, but they can be exactly the opposite. Okay, they don't have to be exactly the same. You can have big volume, small volatility. If somebody comes in and drops in a big amount of money, price is going to go down. But if there's no action, the price is going to go up a little bit. It's how many people trade, how many contracts are thrown into that candle that decide the volatility. Okay? Volatility is decided by an indicator called ATR. We will see it now. Okay. So look at this chart for Bitcoin. This is volume with bars. So the volume is very, very high. It became a red bar. And you see the candle is very, very big. However, look at this volume. It is big, but it's not as big as that one. And look at the candle size. Why? Because the volume is the same amount. It's the same amount of volume, but the volatility is very high. This is the ATR. Average true range or something like that. ما فيني أحفظ أسامي كل الindicators. I have dealt with more than, to play it very safe, more than 2,000 indicators in these 7 years of trading. Some of them are totally useless and some of them are useful, and they have found their way into my charting patterns. All right. So volume is up, but volatility, if you look at this, is going down, right? So here at this end, volume and volatility, volume is very high, but volatility is going down. And when volatility goes down, what happens to the candles? Because look at the volume, the amount average true range. Thank you. It is average true range. وقت اللي الدولارات عم بخفوا وما في حدا عم بيتاجر، صار في شو؟ خمود. اوكي؟ وقت اللي بيصير في خمود شو بيصير بالسعر؟ بيهدى. انتبهوا، ما ضروري ينزل، بيهدى. So the candle size becomes small. ATR going down or the volume going down does not mean the price is gonna follow them. It just means انسحبوا الدولارات من السوق، وانسحبوا الدولارات من السوق، التجار اللي كانوا بالسوق كمان قعدوا ناطرين. They're waiting to see what's going on. All right? And when they wait to see what's going on, usually what happens after that? The market rallies again. شو قلنا؟ رجعوا صار في هون an increase in volume. شو صار؟ السعر كسر. السعر كسر، صار في دولارات زيادة وصار في تجار زيادة. التجار دخلوا، صاروا البيرز يبيعوا. البيع كله هيدا جاب معه دولارات، زادت الدولارات بالسوق. So people started selling, which means the volume went up and the volatility went up with it. Now, market cap. What is market cap? Market cap is basically how much money there is in the market. for that particular instrument. How do we calculate it? We calculate it by looking at the price of every coin and multiplying it by the amount that there is in the market. To simplify it, إذا في 100 coin وحق ال 100 coin كل وحدة حقها $100 صار الماركت كاب 100,000. Simple. ما تعذبوا حالكم كتير. Just go to this website, coin market cap, and it tells you exactly the market cap for every coin. What does it help me with? Helps me with two things. The more market cap means that coin is valuable. ليه في market caps خلينا نقول in the billions means this product is valuable. بينما a new coin market cap تبعته بتكون صغيرة. Doesn't mean it's a bad coin. It just means that people are not really dealing with it. Okay. If we go to something different, shares, for example, عندنا شركات, they have the amount of stocks that they have in the market is in the billions. And you have companies, the amount of stocks that they have in the market is in the millions. It doesn't mean that one is a bad company, the other one is a good company. No, it just means that one is a bigger company because it has a higher market cap. The other one is a small company. It could be even doing better than this big company. It's just that it does not have so many stocks in the market that people can buy and trade with in order for them to make it valuable. So when you look at the market cap and when you're choosing your coin or whichever you're going to trade with, look at the market cap. The higher the market cap means people are buying and selling, means it is available, means it is established. It means it's more difficult to shake it. Okay, it becomes more difficult to shake it. Whereas a small coin, the price can jump very, very high because somebody suddenly comes in and drops in a lot of money and buys a lot of it, supply and demand, brings the price up. And then when the price is up, this person who was holding a big amount sells it and crashes the price. It's easier for that to happen with a small market cap than if you have a bigger market cap. All right? Now, let's talk about indicators before we go to try and do a live session. We have, for crypto, the indicators that we use in crypto are a bit different than the indicators we use for Forex. People who have traded in Forex, the classic trade style, because I will explain now why. The classic style, we are using indicators from the 70s. Those of you who have experience with MT4 and MT5, the indicators that are in MT4 or MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, it's just a trading application, it's a trading software, okay? The rest of you don't worry too much about it, it's just a trading software. كيف في Binance, sorry, old age. كيف في Binance, it's a trading application. MetaTrader is a trading application for Forex and stocks, depending on your broker, what they offer. Those who have experience with MT4 and MT5 know that when you install it, you get standard set of indicators. Those are a drop in the sea in the amount of indicators that are out there. Literally, a drop in the sea. I was lucky enough to have been introduced to a trading strategy system which is what's called NNFX, that basically opened up my eyes to indicate. أنا personally I have spent months testing إذا ما جربت مجرب فوق ال 2000 indicator. اوكي هلا حتقولوا لي كذاب، حقول لكم لا، لانه there are indicators the minute you look at it you dump it, you don't even test it, you don't even worry about it. You know that it's bullshit. All right, but I have tested some serious indicators that help me in the forex industry. Forex ما في عندنا شيء اسمه supply and demand because there are no limits. Okay, crypto and stocks, we have limits. So we have supply and demand. But all the supply and demand indicators that we are using right now, they're limited and we need to get out of them. So this is an example. An example of, I can't really see what it is. Okay. This is Bollinger Band. A Bollinger Band is a moving ATR type thingy that gives me the volatility. When the price goes crazy, the Bollinger Bands open up. When the price is steady, the Bollinger Band goes smaller. Like here, the price is not fluctuating too much, whereas here, the price is fluctuating too much. All right? A Bollinger Band reflects the volatility of the market. These are the 70s. MACD, it's very standard. Everybody uses MACD. Stochastic RSI, it's a combination of two indicators. واحد اسمه stochastic, تاني اسمه RSI. And when they cross, means you have oversold, overbought. Okay, oversold من تحت, overbought من فوق. إذا كان في overbought, means a lot of people have bought and the price has gone up. Now it's time to do what? Dump what they have and start selling. When they start selling, what happens? The price goes down. Like here, we were in overbought situation. The price was going up in this area, and then people started dumping. So when they start dumping, what happens? The price goes down and becomes to oversold. Overbought, oversold. These are standard indicators that come in. But these are not just any indicators. You need to go and experience what we call the custom indicators. The custom indicators have been created post 2005. لأن إجا ناس قال لك ما بيصير. This doesn't work anymore. We need something new. We need something that works for the forex market. And then we need some things that work for the crypto market. And we need some new indicators that reflect the stock market in a better way. إذا ماني غلطان في فوق ال 10,000 indicator. 99% of them, you throw them in the garbage. Literally, 99% of them, you throw them in the garbage. Why? Because programmers have written them and you just need to experiment to find out what they are. This line is a moving average, but it's called a Hull moving average. A Hull moving average changes color and it gives me the direction of where the price is going. So the green means the price is going up. And when it starts at crossing it, means the price is starting to adjust itself. And now it's time to start going down, and it's going down and it's going back up here. This is called vortex, real vortex. Vortex is a direction indicator, a trend indicator. A trend indicator that tells me the price is going up. It's becoming a little bit steady because the color is changing, but it's not turning into red. Careful. And then it's going back up. And then the momentum is going lower. The momentum of the climb is becoming smaller until it does a reversal and becomes red. The same thing with Arun. Arun, it told me here that I am going up, I am up. The strength of the upward trend is becoming slower. It goes back up strong, it becomes slower, then it is strong, until here where it flips. And if you look at this part, you see that there are red candles, consecutive red candles, and the trend is telling me that the trend is changing. These are custom indicators. These are more modern indicators. Again, you need to try to figure out which of these work for you. Depending on your style of trading, I cannot tell you that this does work perfectly for everybody. Works for me. I'm teaching it like that. The candles, there are people who swear by the candles. There are people that swear by RSI and stochastic. There are people that swear by a moving average and Bollinger Bands. If it works for you, go ahead, use it. إن شاء الله بتعملوا مليارات من وراهم. Good for you, okay? But just open your mind that there are other ways of doing the trade. For now, because we are dealing with crypto, crypto is a supply and demand instrument. Supply and demand instruments, we have to use supply and demand indicators. Consider that the price here is going up. This is a setup that Rami has done. But نحن شو فينا نعمل? For us to know, we take this, we click here, and we click here, and it shows us that we have an upward trend. Let's make it very thick. Okay. All right. So هيدي بتفرجينا انه we have an upward trend. Look at the volume here. Look at the volume, how big the volume is. This is 494 million compared to, let's look at the smallest volume, 8 million. What does it mean? انه دخل مصاري، كمية مصاري كتير كتير كبيرة على الماركت. It doesn't mean that the price, it doesn't mean that the price shot up. It means that there were bulls and bears that threw in a lot of money, تخبطوا مع بعض. The price did not move too much, okay? Whereas here, where there is 8 million, the price is almost what? Stable. But all in all, I can draw another line, trend line, من هون لهون, which proves to me again that the price of Bitcoin from 13th of October, okay, خلينا نعملها على الديلي. That's better. What was that, 15 minutes? I don't know, yeah. Okay, look at the price, it's going up, all right? This is on 15-minute bracket. يعني كل وحدة من هيدول البارز, الcandles is a 15-minute. If there is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, يعني around 15 candles, يعني 15 minutes, 15 وحدة، كل وحدة منهم 15 دقيقة. إذا جينا لهون عملناها daily, continue, why? What the hell is happening? Look at the daily. The daily, each candle is 1 day, which means what? اللي رسمناها نحن ما بقت مبينة. اللاين اللي رسمناها ما بقت مبينة. ليه؟ لأنه كتير صغيرة. 15 ربع ساعة ما بيعملوا شيء مقارنة ب 24 ساعة. alright؟ 24 ساعة يعني 12 بالليل للتاني نهار 12 بالليل. So 15 minute bracket is not gonna do anything. بس فينا نعمل نفس الشيء انه نطلع من هون لهون. there's an uptrend. بجي انا باخذ هاي من هون لهون، هاي an uptrend. و I can confirm it by creating okay by creating a channel. نحن حكينا على الchannel. هيدا channel. So the price is what? The price is fluctuating within this channel in an upward motion. Okay? This إذا بدنا هيدي الاريا فينا نعتبرها تقريبا فينا نعتبرها جزئيا انه it is a head and shoulder. اوكي، لان وهيدي الثانية وهيدي الثالثة. خليني زيحها من هون. Okay, this is an up, this is an up, this is a down, بس أعود عاقل. And this is another up with a small down. Okay, so شو حكينا؟ في head and shoulders اللي شفناها. We have two little shoulders and we have one big head. It's not that big, بس عم شبه إنه this could be a head and shoulders if you want to really look at it that way. All right, so it all depends on how I'm look at the chart. Here تنرجع نرسم ونكمل. Again, I work only on daily because the daily is easier to follow. I have an uptrend. All right, and then I have a downtrend. So إذا كنت عامل أنا channel هون، أنا إذا عامل channel هون نزول. اوكي، اذا بتتذكروا التشارت البيتكوين اللي انا فرجيتكم اياها، صار في خرق from this channel. You have a breakthrough. It broke out. It's called breakout. It broke out of this channel into a new channel going up. Okay, again, these need a little bit of time to practice. They're simple, they're visual. يعني بتطلع عليها بتشوف انه السعر عم بيلعب in a channel. So if you had drawn these two lines and you had seen that the price is fluctuating, all you have to do is wait. هيدول ما عنا اياهم بالبداية. نحن at this area. We are at this time period. We played وصلنا لهون. عمل البريك ثرو. Okay, so I know now that there is a trend going up. All right, so I'll wait for a second candle and a third candle and then draw another channel. By drawing this channel, I am confirming that the price is fluctuating within this channel. هلا هيدي لوين بدها توصل ما فيني حدد، بدي انطر شوف. Okay, but as it is progressing, the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, past 2 weeks, it is remaining in that upward channel. I see a chat.